Hi guys, this is example 2 on page 11. So in example 2 and example 3, you're going to have to write equations in standard form for a circle. So I'm just going to remind you one more time what standard form for a circle is. X minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals your radius squared. A reminder that the center is h and k. And in this example, and I gave you a graph here just to kind of make it so that it's a little more visual for you. The point negative 3, 2 is the center of the circle, and the point 0, 6 is on the circle. So, if I'm doing a rough sketch of what this looks like, I'm kind of, sketching something. Oh, sorry, my circles are not perfect, but sketching something that looks like this. And so when I go to write this equation, I can right away put in my h and my k. Oops. And the part I don't know is the radius. Now you have two choices as to what you can do here. You can either take the other point, the x and the y, and substitute it in to the equation, put an x here and y here. But I usually don't do that in problems like this because I like to use the visual aspect. And so what I drew there, that red line that I just drew in, is the radius. But what I want to highlight for you is that I could create a right triangle right here. And instead of having to plug in x and y, I can just count the horizontal, which is 3, count the vertical, which is 4, and do Pythagorean theorem. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals r squared, and end up getting my radius. Now, maybe you noticed that that is a Pythagorean triple, and you don't even need to do this. And really, you get plus or minus 5, but the radius of a circle can't be negative. So you get your r value is 5, and then all you have to do is take that r value and plug it right here. The other option, like I said, is to plug in x and y and solve for r. So I get x plus 3 squared, oops, this plus didn't show up, plus y minus 2 squared equals my radius squared. And then usually you want to write that as a 25. That's kind of the perfect way to write it. So that's kind of how I do it, but you do have two options. Done. The next example, example 3, you're given two actual circle graphs. And again, your equation is still the same. Your equation is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals your radius squared. And you need two things. You need the center and the radius for both of them. Remember, anytime you write an equation, you leave the x and the y. So you need the h and the k, and you need your r. So what I always tell my students to do is when you look at the first example here, draw two diameters in, which is the widest part of each of the circles. And when you do that, those are going to cross right at the center. And so in this particular problem, my center falls at, that's the point negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the point negative 2, 4. That's your h and your k. And then your radius is just this distance here. Well, you can count it. It could be any of the horizontal, vertical distances, but that is, I believe, 1, 2, 3 units. And so that's your r value. And then all you do is take those values and substitute them into standard form. So my equation is x minus negative 2 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals my radius squared. And then you just clean that up. And so you get x plus 2 squared plus y minus 4 squared equals 9. Done. The next equation, you do the exact same thing for b. Why don't you pause this video, try b yourself, and see if you can get it right. Oh, my hand is a little shaky today. I I get that point at 3, 1. That's my center. And the radius is 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count it in any of the directions. And then you just plug it in. X minus 3 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 4 squared, which goes straight to 16. Done. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.